Hello guys and welcome to a new lesson in Linux. This lesson is about how to remove files or directories by the rm and the rmdir commands. First of all, I'll type ls to display the contents that I have over here. Okay, now first of all, what is the difference between rmdir and rm? The rmdir over here is the command used to remove directories, but it can't be used to remove files, while the rm command can remove directories and files. Okay, now I would like to remove the directory dir2, for example. So I will type rmdir and then dir2 and then press enter. And as you see, it didn't display any error messages. So this means that the command has been executed successfully and the directory has been removed. If you type ls and enter, you can see that the directory has been removed from here. Okay, let's for example now try to remove directory dir1 over here. I will type the same command again, rmdir and then dir1 and enter. And as you see, it displayed an error message that the directory is not empty. And this means that I can't remove a directory that contains files or directories by using the rmdir command. So the rmdir can only remove empty directories, while the rm command can remove directories that contains files and directories. But before we get to that, let's have another quick example. Okay, so I would like to remove the directory dir6 and ls. As you can see, it has been successfully removed from here. Okay, now I'll clear the page and display the contents one more time. Okay, now to the rm command. Now the rm command can remove files and directories. So now I'll remove the file3, for example, over here with the rm command. I will type rm and then file3 and enter. As you can see, it will ask me remove regular empty file3. If I press on Y, this means yes, and if I press on N, this will mean no. So let's give it a no first, and we will try the command one more time, and this time I'll give it a yes. Okay, and now if you type ls, you can see that the file3 has been removed from here. Okay, now let's remove a directory. For example, I would like to remove the directory dir7 by the same command, rm. So I will type rm and then dir7 and enter. And as you can see, it's telling me it cannot remove dir7 is a directory. And that's because you will have to add an option to the rm if you want to remove a directory, and this option will be -r. So I will type rm -r and then dir7 and then enter. And it's asking me if I want to remove the directory dir7, so you will press Y to proceed and then press enter. Okay, so now dir7 was an empty directory. What about if I type the same command for a directory that contains files and directories? I will try with a directory that contains a file and a directory, which is this directory over here, dir1. So I will type rm -r and then type dir1 and enter. Okay, it's asking me to descend into directory dir1. If I press on Y and enter, it will ask me to remove the rest of the contents inside the directory to dir A. I'll press Y and enter. It will ask me if I want to remove the regular empty file kick. This is the name of the file which is inside the directory dir1. I press Y and enter. And now in the end it's asking me if I want to remove the directory dir1. So first of all it asked me if I want to remove the directory dir A, which is inside dir1, and then I give it a Y, so this means yes. And then it asked me if I want to remove the file kick, which is also inside the directory dir1, and then I pressed Y, which means yes. And after I have removed the directory and the file that are inside the directory dir1, there are no more directories or files. So the last step now is removing the directory dir1 itself, which contained the file and the directory. So now I'll press on Y and then enter. And as you can see, it has removed the directory dir1 and the directory and the file that were inside the directory dir1. So under the directory dir1 we had a directory by the name dir A, and we had a file by the name kick. It asked us first to remove the directory and then remove the file and then remove the directory. It's like step by step from deeper to outward until you remove the whole directory and all its contents. Okay, now I'll clear and ls. Okay, now the last time I have removed the file, it has asked me a question if I am sure if I want to remove it or not. So now what if I want to remove a file without the terminal asking me if I am sure? Then I'll add the option -f. So this time, for example, I would like to delete the file2. I'll type rm-f and then type file2. And this time it will not ask me if I'm sure if I want to delete this file or remove this file, because I have added the option -f. I'll press enter, and as you can see it has removed it. If I type ls and take a look, you will see it's not in here. Okay, now I would like to see a summary of the process of removing a file or directory. Then I'll add the option -v. And I also don't want it to ask me about if I'm sure if I want to delete it, which means that I will add -f. So this will mean that I will combine the option v and f together with the rm command. And let's try this with the file4. I'll type rm -vf and then type file4. So this means that I'll combine two options, the option -v and the option -f. The -v to show me the process or the summary of the process. So yeah, it's the summary of the process, yes, and the -f so that it won't ask me if I want to delete it or not, and I'll press enter. And as you can see, it have gave me a summary over here, removed file4. So in here, as you can see, I did not add the option -r because this is not a directory, it's a file. Okay, now I would like to remove a directory and see the summary of the process, and I don't want the terminal to ask me if I am sure. So for example, I would like to remove the directory dir3 over here. So I'll type rm -r in the beginning, because this is a directory. I have to add the option -r and then the option of v, because I would like to see the summary of the process, and then f so that it won't ask me if I'm sure if I want to delete it or not. And then I'll type dir3, the name, sorry about that, 3, the name of the directory that I would like to remove here, and enter. And as you can see, it showed me a summary of the process that the directory dir3 have been removed. And by this lesson we have seen the rm and the rmdir commands to remove files or directories. Thank you for watching. and see you in the next lesson.